Identifying Guest Needs by Gerardo Perdomo, Lanice Holmes, Chris Reimers, and Miss Georgina Arroyo. Guest needs. Guest needs are always affiliated with the first impression. If the guest doesn't find their satisfaction the first time they go, then chances are they won't be coming again. Always try to identify the customer needs on their first impression to make sure they're in love with your restaurant. Identifying Guest Needs poster. This was made by Georgina Arroyo. Identifying Guest Needs. Why is it so important to know what guests want? Bullet point 1. The quality of experience is affected by how staff identify the guest needs. Bullet point 2. Remember, the goal is to create positive moments of truth for the guests. Identifying guest needs. What needs of guests should be considered? Age, families, special occasion, first-time guests, foreign language speakers, people with disabilities, and people dining alone. These are the video links for our training videos. Okay, here it is.
Provisos, a couple of quid pro quo.
Like?
Rule number 1, I can't kill anybody.
Yeah, so don't ask.
Rule number 2, I can't make anybody fall in love with anybody else.
You little put-em there.
Rule number 3,
I can't bring people back from the dead. It's not a pretty picture. I don't like doing it.
other than that, you got it.
Oh.
Okay, now here's video link number 2. It doesn't have a lot to do with the restaurant industry, but it does have the aspects to identifying guest needs. Here you go.
Customer centricity. It's key for every business. Customer centricity equals more loyalty, equals more sales. And what company doesn't enjoy the prospect of a fatter bottom line? But while customer centricity is a great idea in theory, well, putting it into action is harder than you'd think. For one thing, pinpointing what customers want is hard. Putting that change into action is even harder. Let's say you pull off the impossible and wrestle those essential changes into place. Your customers are quite happy, but no one else is. You see, change is hard on everyone, and it costs their departments money, time, and sometimes even status. So if you're the one championing the idea of a more customer-centric company, how do you sell your board, your investors, and your fellow employees on a hard idea? Well, you listen to us, and you start here. Number 1, get your management team on board. Customer centricity does cost money now, but it makes more money later, lots more. Get out the calculator, the whiteboard, and that statistician you keep in the closet, and prove that happy customers buy more, are more loyal, and they bring their friends. Number 2, connect to your customer. When was the last time you answered a survey honestly? Now, you won't find out what your customers want by throwing paper at them. Get out there and ask them what's bothering them, and then do the work of figuring out a smart solution for them. Number 3, build a customer movement. If customer-centric changes were like fairy dust, Well, you'd be watching a magical transformation happen right before your eyes. But since you live in the real world, you're going to need some people in your corner helping everyone understand why enthusiastically embracing customer centricity makes showing up for work a lot more fun. Make it easy for them by finding customer-focused employees at all levels in your company, building them up as champions, and putting them in the spotlight. Maybe even give them a nice shiny hat to wear. You see, that's when you'll see the whole company start to embrace customer centricity. Because while no one likes difficult and expensive, everyone likes happy customers, high praise, and a shiny hat. Oh, and impressive profits. Everyone likes those too. So are these steps making sense to you? Well, we're just getting started. If you believe in customer centricity, or you're just now starting to see that Peter from marketing might have a point about how focusing on the customer can help your company grow next quarter, well, you're going to need a lot more help. And probably some specifics on how to do it. And maybe some examples on how the biggest customer leaders have achieved it over the last few years. It's a good thing Alan Tace has a new book out covering all that. So you want to be customer centric? You'll want to click that link then. This book will show you how.
Okay, that was it for the videos, or the training videos to identifying guest needs in the restaurant. Now for the last slide, which is the 5-question assessment test. Question number 1. What do you do if you see a family with 2 little kids? Answer. You get the kids a high chair. Question number 2. If the customer finds a hair on his/her food, what would be the best thing to do? Answer. Get them a complete refund and offer them a new dish. Question number 3. How should you approach your guests? Answer. With care, attentiveness, and diligence. Question number 4. If a person comes in and he/she is disabled, what should you do? Answer. Offer to assist them to their table. Question number 5. If there is an angry old customer, question number 5. If there is an angry customer, what would be the primary thing to undertake? Answer. Ask the customer nicely about his/her situation and accommodate and find a solution to his/her problem. And that's it. That's all the slides to the Identifying Guest Needs presentation. Thank you.